Welcome to this session on VMware Cloud Foundation 9.0. In this session, we are going to learn how to build, manage, and secure a complete cloud environment using VCF. I don't want this to be a theory session. I'll explain everything from a real-time production point of view, the same way you'll actually see it in our day-to-day work environment. So here is the overview of this training. When we say build, it's not just about deployment steps. Here we'll see what really happens during bring up and what kind of issue can come and how to handle them. When we talk about manage, it's about real operations like upgrades, monitoring, handling alerts, and keeping the environment stable. And security is not just a feature. It's something we deal with continuously in production, right? For example, we may need to renew certificates before they expire, fix password or authentication issues, then apply security patches or handle audit requirements. Sometimes, like even a small certificate issue can bring down the whole environment, right? So we'll connect all this with real-time scenarios in this training. In real environments, nothing will be perfect. We may face network issue, certificate problem, sometimes resource constraints or upgrade failures. So wherever possible, I will share practical situations so you understand not just how it works, but also how to handle it when something goes wrong in the production support. By end of this training, you should feel confident to work in VCF like an experienced resource in a real-time environment. All right, let's get started with this training. So before we start, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Muthu, and I'll be your trainer for this training program. I have around 20 years of experience in IT and 16 years of working and experience on VMware technologies. I started my VMware journey from vSphere 3.x, and I worked on almost all major versions up to VMware Cloud Foundation 9. I have a real-time experience in vSphere, vSAN, NSX, and VMware ARIA components. I also worked with SRM, VxRail, HP Synergy, Nutanix, Cisco UCS, and Dell PowerFlex. So all my experience are with real-time customer environments. In this training, I won't just explain theory. I'll show you how things works in real projects. So how we configure VCF in a real-time customer environment and how we troubleshoot issue that come in production. So my goal is to make you comfortable with the VCF even if you are coming from a traditional networking background. So let's start and learn step by step. Before we move ahead, I would like to share a few simple guidelines just to make sure the training goes smoothly for everyone. While I am explaining a topic, I kindly request you not to interrupt in between. Please allow me to complete the explanation as many doubts usually get clarified during the end of the session. You are always almost welcome to ask questions. We have a planned dedicated doubt clarification time which is mentioned in the slides itself, and we also use the last 10 minutes of every session for clearing doubts. If any questions comes to your mind during the explanation, you can please type it in the Zoom chat. I will definitely take it up and address it at the end of the session. This will help us maintain a good flow and ensure everyone understands the concept clearly. So thank you so much for your cooperation. Now let's continue with the training step by step. All right, this VMware Cloud Foundation 9.0
Hello.
training is a complete 40-hour program. We are offering two options based on our availability. One is a fast track 5-day intensive training for those who want to finish quickly. The second option is a 30-day schedule with daily sessions of around 1.5 hours, mainly for working professionals. In both cases, the content and hands-on coverage will be exactly the same, only the phase will change. By the end of this 40 hours, you will have a complete understanding of VCF 9.0 from deployment to operations. Okay, so recording is started, and if you have any questions, you can ask me now. If no questions, then I'll move to the next slide. Okay, so there is no reply in the meeting chat. Okay, let me proceed further. Before joining this training, there are a few basic prerequisites. You should have work experience with VMware vSphere because VCF is built on top of it. Basic knowledge of VMware NSX is also important since networking and security are major components in Cloud Foundation. And familiarity with vSAN environments will help you understand the storage architecture used in VCF. You don't need to be an expert, but hands-on exposure to these technologies will help you follow the session more comfortably. Now, let's go through what exactly we are going to cover in this training. So we'll begin with the course introduction so you clearly understand the objective structure and how VMware Cloud Foundation fits into the modern data center and hybrid cloud strategies. After that, we'll move to VCF private cloud overview and architecture, where you will learn about the core components, design principles, and how all the VMware products come together as a single integrated platform. Once the foundation clear, we'll proceed with the actual deployment of the VCF private cloud step by step, followed by post deployment tasks that are required to make the environment production ready. Then we'll cover fleet management and workload domains, which are important concept for scaling and organizing resource in large environments. Next, we'll move into networking and storage management, including how NSX and vSAN operate within VCF. We'll also cover certificate management, which is a critical area for security and compliance. After that, we'll focus on lifecycle management, one of the best advantage of VCF, where you will learn how upgrade patches and updates are handled in a controlled manner. Finally, we'll cover security and the supported upgraded paths. So you can understand how to maintain, secure and evolve your VCF environment over time. By end of this program, you will have complete end-to-end knowledge from architecture and deployment to operations, troubleshooting and upgrades in VMware Cloud Foundation 9.0. Okay, so any questions on this modules covered? Okay, if you have any questions, just type in chat. Okay. Okay, in that case, I'll proceed. This slide explains a very important change from VMware. Earlier, VMware had around 168 different products and tools in their portfolio. You can see things like vSphere, vSAN, NSX, Horizon, ARIA Suite, and many more products. So each product had separate licensing, separate management, and separate skills for customers and engineers. It became confusing and difficult to manage. So VMware simplified everything. So instead of hundreds of separate products, they grouped them into just two main platform categories: VMware Cloud Foundation and VMware vSphere Foundation. So VCF is the full stack platform. It includes compute, storage, networking, security, automation. So everything needed to run a private cloud or hybrid cloud included in VCF.